back to the winter major, expert division, weekend round, hole number 6. Here we're going to be playing a grizzly bounce up. Going up the right hand side, we're laying up for right around mid grizzly. We're using P2 plus wind 5 ball here. We're going to start with a quarterback 9 plus and then switch to APOC 5 plus, and we'll need grizzly 7 plus for the approach shot. The adjustment for the drive is P3 plus 10% max, and we're using 1.2 top spin only. You're going to set up with the blue ring touching the rough on the left at P2 max rest, which is equal to the top of the plus 10 if you're using P3, 4, or 5. I don't recommend using 4 or 5, either P2 or P3, so that you don't change the plus yards too much. Pull straight, hit perfect, no overpower, no curl. I'll just say this about this shot. The approach here, I'm not really liking it. It's very wind angle driven, and so it requires kind of tweaks to the offset or adding curl or changing your pull angle to get consistency on the approach from this right hand side. But I am able to drop it, and I want to share with you what I got. But I will most likely double back to this and try and see if I can find, you know, a crosswind thorn shot that has a little more consistency. I don't know if it will or it won't, but this is what I have for now. And if I find something else, I'll try and get it out there to you guys. You're looking for right around 307 on this drive. So for the approach, we're going to do a bullseye pin check to get slider value. The adjustment is P3 numbers in the app, minus 10% at slider. We're using 2 backspin only. No curl, no overpower, no underpower. Just there's a couple of ways you can approach this because of the massive wind angle changes that we see. It requires different offset for different wind angles, even with a wind 5 ball. It's just more pronounced if you play it with a lower wind resistant ball. So once you do your pin check and you get your slider value, you add your backspin, and then you want to have the ball guide going through the center of the hole and aimed roughly 1 square through the hole, which is about 1.5 lines through the hole. So there's a line that is, you know, about 1/4 of a square above the cup, and then you need to go about 1/4 to half way into the light square above that with the tip of the ball guide. So wind angles, I've seen wind angles, you know, this one is over here in the fairway somewhere, but I've seen them all the way, it's not even in the picture for this, left of the edge of the picture that I just took, right? It's just mind-boggling, right? But there's little flags here, and you can see that there's 2 right there. One's, you can't really see it behind the banners, but I've definitely been left of that second flag from the bottom. And because they're such different wind angles, it's creating a need to, you know, account for that on the approach shot. A couple of ways you can do it. You can pull more 1159. So the headwind angle when you're over here closer to the fairway it needs a slight 1159 flicker for low winds, and a little bit heavier of a 59 flicker for higher winds. And then you need a little bit less 59 if you're over in this range, and then you need only mostly straight in the low winds, and maybe a single flick 59 on a high wind crosswind, right? Crosswind is over there to the left. So you can change your pull angle. That's kind of what I've been doing, just because for me it's easier to do that while I'm pulling. You just got to pay attention to your wind arrow, and you know and change how it looks depending on whichever wind angle and wind strength you have. You can also just add left curl, clicks of left curl, or you can line up and get your wind angle and then offset the ball guide if needed. So, I mean, I can't sit here and list all of those tweaks for you. What I can tell you is the more headwind you have, the more offset you need, because this hole plays sloping down and to the left. And so you need the wind push to the right to get this ball to follow the right line. And when you land before the green or down at the bottom of the hill, it kicks the ball left, right? And so if you don't get that wind push to the right, then that kick left is always going to have you missing left, right? So the more wind push you get to the right, the less offset you need, the less curl you need, or the less 1159 you need. You'll have to determine which one works best for you. It is droppable. That's why I wanted to give you the shot. For me, I've just been doing it with the pull angle because it's the fastest, easiest way, in my opinion. But you can, this one is going to be preference as far as how you handle your offset. Beyond that, it's a decent shot. I just don't like the way it kicks left and makes it accentuates the wind angles, what the push from the wind angle. So I'm going to try and find something else, but it's getting late and I don't want to leave you guys hanging, so this is what I got. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get the drop. P3 minus 10 on the approach, P3 plus 10 on the drive, plus yards for your pin check. Grizzly 9, plus 9 is 24, 8 is 23, 7 is 22, 6 is 20, 5 is 19, 4 is 18, plus 3 is 17, slider, plus 2 is 15, 1 is 14, 0 is 13. If you have a Grizzly 7 or 8, your plus yards are as follows. 9 is 28, 8 is 27, 7 is 26, 6 is 24, 5 is 23, plus 4 is 22, 3 is 20, 2 is 19, 1 is 18, and 0 is 17. Keep in mind, if you're playing with the Grizzly 7 or 8, you're 3 plus yards lower than the Grizzly 9. You'll need to use Grizzly 9 numbers in the app and use the slider values I've given you. If you run out of room, then what I would tell you is, as long as you're within a couple of rings of max or min or whatever, then you can safely go 1% per ring short. If you're short rings, you just add 1% slider per ring you're short. You should be okay. Good luck. We'll catch you on the next one.